Hey everybody, Norm over here with Little Bear, one of the great minds that's ever come in here. We've got Frank Stallone. We've got my buddy Larry Lee over here.
The fucking dog and pony act.
Right over here.
Dog's hairy ass. I'm like, hey, I love you, babe. Really, it's great. So this is the show.
Here it is. So,
I love her.
Frank, a lot of animals like Frank, and we actually, the last video we did, we had a lot of people write in, and I just want to acknowledge some of these people.
Okay.
There's Dan Latham, Heroes in Heaven. Now these are all like their web addresses or handles. Jovan Stepik, Burger 1097, David Jones again, Plesney Trinner, Skimmer 321.
Fuck, you're worse than Warren.
Wait a second. I'm trying to read this thing.
Okay.
I didn't go to school for long. JJ's Reversals, Captain Gray Boots, John Henry, and Steve Jones. All these guys called in. Well, actually, they wrote a little review on Frank's last video. And they were saying, Frank, way to go, way to scratch your nuts right in the middle of the video. Now, I know that you've been on camera a lot of times in your life.
And I've scratched my nuts many times.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if that was, what's that acting school, that famous acting school that you got?
Lee Strasberg.
Was it Lee that taught you that?
It was Lee Scrotumberg. Yeah.
Anyhow, comes in here. We're doing a video. I didn't even notice it. It was, Mark had just given birth to a new baby boy. Everybody was congratulating Mark on the birth of his baby boy, Luca. And then Frank comes in there and in the middle of the video starts scratching his nuts. So I didn't notice it, but then I looked at all these reviews. I checked back in the video.
Well,
what is the deal with that?
It's an Italian thing, and Luca will be grabbing his nuts when he gets older, too. Italians do. So it's going to be Mark and his two boys who are sitting there going, hey, no. And they're going to be grabbing their sack, and that's part of the Italian charm. Grabbing our Johnson, baby.
Okay.
It's the brothers and Italians. We grab our Johnson.
Well, some of these people, like Lily Pearl over here, now she wrote in and she said, what's the deal with Frank? He's scratching his nuts. Has he been around any, like, farm animals and stuff like that?
Well, I'm around this German Shepherd right now.
Well, that's one of them. But of all the farm animals, which one do you find the most attractive?
Well, a sheep. If you're going to go there, that's where men are men and sheep are scared. Yeah, that's kind of. No, I would say like an aardvark. I don't know. I mean,
How about like birds, like chickens and roosters and stuff like that?
Well, I love hunting birds. I go quail hunting and pheasant hunting. So those go in the pot.
Oh, okay.
For all you left-wing granola Birkenstock people out there. But I don't eat veal. I'm Italian, and that's sacrilege for Italian not to eat veal. It's right, a veal. I don't do it because it's the way they're raised. I don't like that. If you're gonna whack them, just do it. Don't put them in a box. Yeah.
So you know what the Russians call veal?
What?
Wheel.
Wheel?
Yeah.
So what do the Russian
I just thought I'd throw that.
What do the Russian girls call dick? Wick? Trick?
There you go. Okay. By the way, so I got my buddy Larry Lee over here. Now Larry played with Badfinger. He played with a lot of people, produced a lot of groups. He's the father of Little Bear over here. He's another animal lover.
Yes.
And
Larry's part of the family.
So, and we were talking, and Frank has remained single for all these years, and we're kind of, we kind of wonder about Frank sometimes, but I know Frank is at least part hetero anyhow.
Yeah, well,
so,
of course.
But Larry, we were talking about alimony and stuff like that, and if there's a king of alimony.
No, I just said Larry has been paying child support for 50 years. Half a century of child support.
How many kids do you have, Larry?
8.
And I'm sure he loves his kids, he's a great father. But even that, I'd be going, God damn, 50 years that shit. So, and then the kid goes, yo, I want to be an actor. Get out of the house.
How many marriages was that?
5.
Any alimony?
He just said for 50 years. No,
I'm just trying to get it out for these folks over here.
You have to understand.
All these
they might
young
be
couples
in.
that are contemplating marriage.
No.
I just wanted Larry to kind of.
But Larry's probably smoothed everything over now And now you're digging up all this stuff. These girls go, oh yeah? So I guess I wasn't that good.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then all of a sudden he'll start paying alimony again.
We should set
And
Frank
you've
up
been
with
happily
somebody.
married, well, I don't know. How long have you been married?
I've been married for 48 years.
Are you
I have.
serious?
I have
Wow.
been married 48
Seriously?
years.
You and Marlene.
And I've been happily married for about half those years. But, no,
For a quarter of those years.
I'm only making a joke.
And what do you-
Marlene, I love you. You know that I just,
what do
since
you
I'm
pay a
sitting
month?
around the table,
What's he pay a month? In what, blood?
my alimony is a lot, and I'm not even divorced. So that could be coming up after she sees this video.
I think you'd be more upset. Would you be more upset losing your guitars in a divorce or your radio collection?
I think it would be my guitar, but I'm getting along with my wife. And one thing that I would like to say to all you guys, when you wake up in the morning, as soon as you look over in bed and you see your wife sitting there, just go, honey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't even, it doesn't even need to be for anything. Just put it on credit because you're going to need that, you know,
And that's
down
all
the
I
road,
needed to
right?
do.
That's all you had to do, Larry.
You could have saved a lot of
I
money.
should have.
Didn't you remember the thing with Groucho Marx on You Bet Your Life? He went like this, You bet your life. And he goes, now, how about you, sweetheart? Hi, Groucho. I'm wife from Lawndale and I have 12 kids. He goes, I like cigars, but I take it out once in a while. So that was a good one. Yeah. But, no, we had a great day. I'm here with the film crew that's doing the documentary on me.
Yeah,
Stallone,
Frank.
that is. And of course, I had to make this part of the film because this is like kind of my home. You know, this is where I go for guitars. I mean, there's only in the almost 40 years I've been out here, I probably bought my guitar exclusively here. A few other little places, I'd say the majority here, because if you can't find it here, you ain't gonna find it, right, Larry?
It's true.
If you can't find it here and he doesn't know about it, it don't exist.
You know, I am very impressed that Frank is saying something good about me because usually he tells me I'm full of crap and the
But you
stuff's
are,
all-
but you have a great, and you jack your prices, but you are a great, you're a friend. No, but the thing is, no, it's just,
I have the most reasonable prices.
you
and I
actually do.
take care of my
You
friends.
know, he actually does have reasonable prices, even though his fret is coming off. But I mean, what's the scoop on that one? Here you go. Here you go.
This guitar
There you go,
over
wait.
here, when we got this guitar,
Can't go wrong at Norm's. The Earl Scheib of vintage guitar. No, but this is a beautiful guitar.
now this guitar's
this
got
price
a
just
pretty
go
crazy
down?
story. When we got this guitar, this is a D42, somebody had sat on the top and actually destroyed the top of this guitar.
You think they were
And,
maybe high?
I
kind of
didn't get
person
the
would
full
sit on
story.
this
They didn't really
guitar?
want to talk to, you know,
Jesus.
somebody's ex-wife maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Anyhow, Joel, our luthier over here, retopped this guitar, and it actually sounds fantastic.
Joel made this top?
He made this top, and
Did he really?
Did a
and he
really
did
good
the
job.
abalone
Yep,
and everything?
the whole shot.
It's fantastic. Why did he fix the sides, though? I mean, he forgot
Because he
that.
said Frank's going to come in here. He's going to want to hammer you on the price. I better give him something to hammer you with.
Hey, Joe, I love this fret job. It's sticking up about 1/4 of an inch. It's good. There you go. So if I want to go like sitar, that'd be good in a concert. So, yeah, man. Joel stands behind his work. Joel, I love you, babe.
Stand behind that work.
No, but this is like, you know, this is where we go. Yeah, now we're talking here. This is a little rich for the
Now, this is a 1937 Gibson Rosewood J200. This is a really cool guitar, and it belonged to a guy named Don Weston, who was Gene Autry's guitar teacher. And it's one of the very first of this kind. These guitars were mainly given to cowboy stars back in the day.
This
Hey,
is
no jazz on that
no
guitar.
jazz in this baby. This is really, it's kind of the holy grail of this, because you're never, how many do you think they even made of this, Norm? Not
Very,
many.
very few. These were like so high end, and it was at time just.
Now, are these
leading up to
Grover
the war.
Imperials original?
Mhm.
Because you never see that on a J200.
Yeah.
do you?
Well, again, this was top of the line. This was made for the guy who taught Gene Autry guitar, and
And
Gene
made-
ended up with one of these guitars too.
Pray tell, how did you get this guitar?
From him.
Don Weston?
Yeah, it was crazy because Don. I met Don at swap meets back in the day, And Don used to come and he'd bring some guitars, and he had some stuff that was like pretty good. And I would say, Don, if you ever get this, that, and the other thing, you know, please let me know.
Mind is always working.
And Don said, well, I've got all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not ready to sell it yet.
Swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wasn't sure if Don was legit or if he was telling me the truth or he wasn't. And one day, Don invited me over to his house, and he had some of the greatest guitars
Did
I've
he
ever
really?
seen.
Martins?
He did. All kinds of stuff.
Did he have a
Old
D45?
Martins. He didn't have a D45, but he had a single 045. He had herringbones. He had, you know, old Gretsch Fender guitars. Really great stuff. And I was kind of blown away, but he wouldn't sell any of this stuff. Kind of offered me like the stuff that was sort of a third tier
like a
stuff.
Yamaha.
You know? I think in some ways he offered me a Yamaha or two. You know.
Yeah,
So
Yamaha
anyhow,
is.
what ended up happening was Don had passed away, and his wife. Every once in a while, I would call his wife. It was kind of a, you know, she knew I wanted the guitars, and Don had told
You
her.
think you were calling
know,
out of the kindness of your heart, or you just wanted those guitars?
Well, it was a
Don's
combination. I
dead,
actually
baby,
liked
you
them.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
it was nothing like that. But you know,
Like he was a real
Thank
family
you.
friend. Norm was like a real family friend. Hey, listen, I know you're paying. Now, how about that motherfucking J200? No. Enough of this shit.
Anyhow, so Don's wife, I mean, Don probably instructed his wife to sell them to me at some point. She couldn't get rid of the instruments herself. Then she passed away, and her son finally called me, and I bought like so much stuff. I bought ukuleles by the boxfuls. I mean, it was like
And she
some of
probably could use the
coolest-
money realistically.
They were comfortable. It wasn't
But what are
really.
you gonna do with it? We just talked about this, you know, and one
Well,
of
if
the.
you have an excess, you can give it
Well,
to me.
I don't. Yeah, I will. What am I gonna do with it? I mean, I know anybody smart enough to play a Steinway B. No, they can't even play a fucking DX7. Those are the people I know.
You know, keyboard was my main instrument at one time.
Well, I'll leave it to you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, you heard it right
I'm
here.
gonna leave my Steinway 7-foot grand. No, but the thing is, it's really weird because you do. I mean, thank you. Jesus. Okay, it's just, your dog's gonna be like a wet willy. But I mean, the thing is, he probably played this guitar. He took good care of it. And he was probably attached to it. Look at the neck. I mean, so that's probably why it took so long to get it.
Well,
I'm not even gonna dignify and ask him what he paid for this. What year did you get this?
this was about, well, I actually bought it about 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. Sold it to a guy up in Marin County. And
Why would he get rid of it?
well, I mean, at the time, I figured I wasn't playing it. This guy really
No,
wanted
why
it.
did he get rid of it? Again, the guy up
You know
the
what?
ring.
I bought a huge guitar collection from him back recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I paid very big money for this guitar. If I
They
told
buy
you,
it back compared to what you paid for
I
it
paid
originally.
many times what I sold it for.
Oh yeah, these aren't giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I wanted it, and here it is. So, anyhow, I got my buddy Frank Stallone. I figured I'd come
Yeah.
in here, give him some stuff, you know, give him some shit.
Give them some
you
material.
know, give
So
him some
these
material.
people that I'm gonna put these guys on my
no.
list. Now these people wrote nice things about me or said I was scratching my balls.
Well, these are the people that said you were scratching your balls.
Okay, and that's all. Being out of the millions of viewers, there's only
Oh, no,
20
there was a
people.
lot of other people.
We're
A lot of
gonna
people
get
said
through 'em
nice
all.
things.
Oh.
There were some other people that said some less than nice things, but mostly I would say 95% nice things. The guys get it that we come in here and have
I mean,
fun.
is really
you know, and it's
ball
like-
scratching like a big option nowadays? I mean, you know, if you look at
It's
most-
unusual on camera.
Well,
That's
well,
what I
well,
have to say.
but when you see a rap video, that's all they're doing is holding their Johnson, and that's okay.
Okay.
But the Italian guy, when you look at like, what was his name? Snoop Dogg. He's always. I mean, I think he's born like that, just holding it like. Hello, I like to sing a song. But Italians, like where I grew up in the street, I mean, they're not grabbing this, going like, "Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on?" You just
Just making sure it's
what's
still there, right?
adjustment, yeah. Especially if it's the summertime and you're wearing flannel pants, you got to like, you know, Catholic school, you got to pull it to the side. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I lived
He's
in
got the full
Oh, my
education.
Trenton, New
God.
Jersey,
Guitars.
man. That was part of came with the territory.
The great Frank Stallone, my buddy Larry Lee, and you poor people watching this video. You know, anytime it's a Frank Stallone video, we get a select audience.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what's coming in on this.
Oh, my
it's going to be a
God.
good one for you, buddy.
Maybe I'll start a new thing: Italians grabbing their sack. I don't know.
Frank Stallone in Norm's Rare Guitars. Right here, Larry. I'm glad I brought you in so you could take part of this too.
Yeah. Oh, Larry, you're gonna get hit. Larry's all his wives are gonna call up and go, "So I'm a jerk off." And they're gonna go,
You owe me money?
"So you owe me fucking money," and they're gonna haunt poor Larry Lee to the grave. The only thing who will left is his dog.
And I probably am going to have to
you're gonna
have
have
a lot of making up to Marlene just for a joke. It's just a joke, baby. That's all
you
it
are
is.
so
yeah.
done. That thing with Marlene will never hit the fucking airwaves. I guarantee you. Talk about editing. That will never see the light of day. When we get off the show, you go, okay, erase that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let it all fly here, right here at Norm's Rag Guitars.
But you were upset because I looked at the cover from the top. I thought it was either Frankie Sullivan or who did I think it was? Who did I say it was? Who?
Don Michaud.
Who? Tommy Shaw, right. I mean, if you look at, I'm looking at it like this way. I've seen Norman.
Well, blonde
I've never
hair.
seen a magazine with Norman and Marlene, so I saw it this way. I said, it's either Tom Petty, Tom Shaw, or Frankie
well,
Sullivan.
blonde hair, you know. So,
So he
was
went
looking
over
at
and he
it
goes, I
upside
guess
down.
that's Marlene. I
Look at how
go,
beautiful she looks.
I know. But she
Thank
would
you.
kill me.
See?
No, she
Marlene?
Marlene would
I
fucking
apologize.
beat my-
There you go.
Marlene would beat my ass. If she,
Marlene would
said,
beat your ass.
Marlene, you
Marlene
really-
will beat your ass.
Marlene
Thank you.
as Tommy Shaw in Sticks 2 coming your way soon. No.
Thank God.
Anyhow, Norm's Rag Guitars. Sorry about all this. Frank Stallone, thanks a lot. You cost me a
You
lot
think
of
there's
money.
gonna be some editing on this?
No, we're keeping it all.
No editing.
Seriously?
All right, bye.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Little bear. Little bear's like, little bear's getting all excited. I hope he doesn't have a boner. Listen. Look at him. He's going right with it. Oh no!